Hello and welcome all of my fellow Paragon fans. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the early access and beyond video that was released on the official Predecessor YouTube channel. But before we jump into this, if you guys like Predecessor content, please drop this video a like and let me know your thoughts on this video in the comment section down below. Please also hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell set on the all option. That way you never miss one of my uploads. Now, I'll be passing the mic over to Robbie Singh.
Hi, I'm Robbie Singh, co-founder and CEO of Omeda Studios. Today, I'm here to talk to you about Predecessor and Early Access. We started working on Predecessor back in 2018 when my co-founders Andrea and Steven were developing live on Twitch with the community. The community has been at the heart of everything we do, and thanks to each and every one of you, we've grown from a tiny team of 4 to a fully fledged development studio. We've raised over $22 million and have some of the best investors in the industry on our team. None of this would have been possible without our loving community. And so today, I'm really excited to tell you about what we have coming up in the next few weeks and months. Let's start with early access. Our goal for early access is to iterate in a more public way alongside you, the community. The thing we care most about is the core gameplay loop. This means we're asking questions like, how do the characters feel to play? How enjoyable is the moment-to-moment action? And ultimately, are you having fun while playing Predecessor? You may notice a lack of features outside the core gameplay, and while a lot of these are on our roadmap, as a studio, our sole focus has been gameplay and fun first. Some of the features that are missing are account and hero progression, profiles, ranked, and a store. And while we know these are important to players, we want to invest in gameplay first. We are working to bring these features to Predecessor, but plan to work hard to address community feedback on the core gameplay so that together we can build a great game.
The first topic I want to break down even further here is what's missing from early access. Robbie explains that account and hero progression are missing, along with profiles, ranked, and a store. Now, with the main focus of the game being centered around gameplay and just how good that gameplay is, I much prefer that over extras like my own profile and progression. Yes. Does it seem like those features should automatically be in the game without question? Perhaps. But let me give you a different perspective. Would you rather have an accurate progression tracker of your characters and profile, a store, and a ranked mode, all while having an okay but not great overall gaming experience? Or would you rather have the base game itself feel and operate the best it possibly could and get the other features later? For me personally, I rather have a game that runs buttery smooth over a shiny profile and a ranked mode I can't even get the most out of because the core game itself isn't polished enough. Let me pass the mic back to Robbie.
In early access, you can expect 20 heroes, along with at least 5 new heroes shipping throughout early access. There will be the traditional 5 vs 5 game mode, along with a new, previously unannounced practice mode that will allow you to try heroes, item combinations, or simply practice your last hitting skills. As most of you know, Predecessor is now on Unreal Engine 5. We moved over at the start of the year to ensure we're laying the foundations for years to come. While a lot of the improvements are under the hood, players should notice better performance, visuals, and responsiveness. Throughout the stress test, we received a lot of feedback about matchmaking, and we know this is at the heart of any competitive multiplayer game. Therefore, we've completely reworked our matchmaking algorithm from the ground up. And since no matchmaking system is perfect, we'll continue to iterate on it with your feedback and monitor the data to ensure we're always moving in the right direction. Predecessor will be available through paid early access at 3 different price points, giving you the option to support us however you feel most comfortable. And if you want to wait till we're free to play, we'd love to welcome you back in the future. The reason for paid early access is that we plan to use this period in time to rapidly iterate and experiment with Predecessor based on community feedback, as well as creating the necessary tools to onboard new players. Our goal is to work with the community throughout early access to make Predecessor the best version of itself, so keep those Reddit threads coming. Throughout early access, you can play 20 heroes, including Crunch, Deca, and a variety of other heroes, with many more shipping throughout early access. Early access will be available on Steam and the Epic Games Store starting from the 1st of December.
The next big topic to break down is how many characters will be launching with early access, and just how long early access might last. At first, Robbie states that there will be 20 characters once early access drops on December 1st, with 5 or more characters shipping throughout the early access window. In the image that is shown to describe early access price tiers, we see that it says, "A new hero ships every month throughout early access." Well, with the first number of characters discussed being 5 or more, can we expect to see early access last 5 or 6 months before full launch is announced? Considering that early access launches with 20 characters and OG Paragon had 38 before the servers were taken down, at most, we could be looking at 18 months of hero releases following the monthly character release topic previously discussed. If Predecessor were to be in early access for 18 months, I know for a fact Ometa Studios would only continue to perfect their overall MOBA experience. But considering that early access will only be on PC through Steam and the Epic Games launcher, I don't believe another year and a half is a good choice considering how many Paragon players there were on console who very much would like to get a taste of what Predecessor is all about. So I don't think Predecessor would actually be in early access for that long. But considering staying in competition somewhat with Paragon the Overprime as far as hero releases, I'd imagine Predecessor will be in early access for at least 6 months, then gearing up for full launch with a total of 25 to 26 characters beforehand, with possibly another 2 to 4 releasing with full launch. Now, going back to the prices of early access, first off, before anyone says,
"They raised over 20 million. Why does EA cost?"
Hold up, let's not forget that OG Paragon had a cost too, and the cost of Founders Packs was $19.99 USD. Then Challenger Packs came in at $59.99 USD, and the Master Packs cost $99.99 USD. But all of the actual prices of Predecessor's early access are cheaper than the OG Paragon early access bundles, except for the rare bundle being $19.99 after the discount window, which is another topic I wanted to discuss. For 2 weeks, Predecessor's early access bundles will all be 50% off, and I'm assuming these price points will begin on December 1st. So for $9.99 all the way up to $39.99, you get loads of in-game currency, skins, access to all the early access characters along with the next 5 to drop, and some really cool Discord roles in the official Predecessor Discord and or some in-game icons as well. All things considered, I believe a paid early access and these price points are pretty reasonable. But let's keep listening to Robbie.
So that's early access. What else have we been working on? Well, the one question we get asked the most is console when. And while we're not ready to commit to a date just yet, development on console is well underway and will feature crossplay, so you can play with your friends regardless of platform. In fact, we've made so much progress that early access will ship with controller support, including aim assist. Keep an eye out on our social channels and Discord because we'll be sharing more details about Predecessor on console soon. Earlier this year, we talked about our first hero in development, codenamed Huntress. But since then, we've been fairly quiet. Today, I want to peel back the curtains a little more. Huntress is our first range carry who's been searching far and wide for counters. We've been playing Huntress internally for quite some time, and the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive. We're excited to share more throughout early access, and we can't wait for you to play her. That's all from me, folks. Be sure to check out early access when it arrives on the 1st of December.
The next big topic to discuss is console, controller support, and Ometa Studios' own original character. Robbie states that even though there is no confirmed date yet for console play, they are making great progress towards console development. So much so that early access will be launching with controller support, including aim assist, meaning if you don't want to use a keyboard and mouse throughout early access, you don't have to. Also, once console play drops, there will be crossplay between platforms. That way, you and your buddies can share the battlefield. And we can't forget Huntress, Omeda's first ranged ADC, who first of all looks amazing, but also seems to have some very interesting abilities. And considering how far along this original character is, means we could potentially be able to play as the Huntress sooner than later. So now I ask you, what are your thoughts on Predecessor's early access and how Omeda Studios is going about it? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you made it this far into the video, I first want to say thank you. I greatly appreciate you. And secondly, if you haven't already liked this video or hit the subscribe button, please do, as they both help me drastically, and I do very much appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the battlefield of Predecessor on December 1st, where I will also be in Chimera cosplay on Twitch. If you'd like to check out my Twitch channel or any of my other links, I'll have them all listed in the description. Take care, my fellow Paragon fans.